I am at the Mecum Auto Auction. I'm $6,000 deep in transportation. In this series, I'm selling 4 cars. Can I do it? 4 cars. Because they're closing the gate and my transporter is 3 hours late, so I don't know what to do. Hey, welcome to one of the biggest classic car auctions in the entire country, maybe in the entire world. Thousands and thousands of cars, a little bit of everything. Teaser, that's mine right there. And in today's video is going to be stressful. You're gonna see me stressed. You're gonna see highs and lows, and me being emotional, and me complaining, but then also me being really excited. Teaser, I bought 2 vehicles while I was here. I wasn't even supposed to. I'm supposed to be here to sell vehicles. I love making these because you get to see behind the scenes, the stresses that go into it. I was scammed by an auto broker. I'm gonna tell you how in this video, how they took advantage of me and I didn't even see it coming. And then getting cars to Florida from New Hampshire in a rush, time crunch. This is like a TV show. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. There's a lot going on in today's video. Let's get going. So before I dive into the backstory, I'm going to explain what is going on. I am at the Mecum Classic Car Sale in Kissimmee, Florida. There are thousands of cars. You like cars from the 50s? You like cars from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s? You like trucks? You like sports cars? There is literally everything, all the way to limousines. I sold 4 cars here last year. On by thousands.
It was, now it's 500.
Nice. Cool, first sale. Thanks a lot, appreciate it.
30, 20. Who wants to start for $10,000?
I do.
Appreciate it, right?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Cobra Terminator. And this year, I'm selling 4 more. But I have to get them transported from New Hampshire down to Florida during snowbird season, during snow, literally storms this week. 2 shippers took advantage of me and are causing me serious stress and anxiety. And I don't even like to use that word. Teaser, that's mine right there. I need to get cars shipped here. So I'm gonna flash back and then I'm gonna flash forward live. So you get to see it all happening live right alongside me when I'm up, when I'm down, when I'm high, when I'm low. I'm gonna start with getting these cars transported yesterday because it was an absolute nightmare.
Flashback.
We got a Corvette in there, some classic cars, and some bad news. I hate to start a video off being negative, but as you can see, I am at the Mecum Auto Auction. Hasn't even started yet. It starts tomorrow. And I have had literally nothing but headaches since this entire process has started. In this series, I'm selling 4 cars. Can I do it? 4 cars. I'm telling you right now, I am going to lose my shirt on all 4 cars. I know it. I'm $6,000 deep in transportation, and you're gonna follow along with me because they're closing the gate and my transporter is 3 hours late, so I don't know what to do. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Tonight's the night where I prep the cars for tomorrow's auction. You're gonna come with me and see what's involved in trying to sell cars at a classic car auction. One of the biggest classic car auctions in the entire country. I hope it ends different than the way it's already starting. It is literally just, you're watching it as it's happening. Let's get going. Well, that's amazing, and all of those are amazing, and everything under that tent is incredible. I hope you can see me because it's 6:30 at night. They closed 37 minutes ago. My transporter, not here. Unfortunately, I'm waiting on a Nissan Skyline and a Humvee H1 that we're going to run through this auction this week. Now today, I'm gonna prep those cars and try to get them ready for sale because they've been transported from New Hampshire all the way down to Kissimmee, Florida. Now you'll see what's behind me are some really incredible vehicles, which you'll see in this video. The trials and tribulations of being a seller. It's not as easy as one would think. I would love to say like, hey, I transported a couple cars down to the Kissimmee auction, sold them, made some money. Nothing is as easy as it seems. I'm $6,000 in transportation costs because it is snowbird season and the transporters are taking advantage of everybody. On top of that, a lot of times transporters don't even speak English. They're usually like Eastern Europeans that can't answer the phone. They show up way late. They were 4 hours late to pick up and he's 2.5 hours late to drop off. I just drove 2 hours from South Florida up this way so we could get our cars unloaded, and I can't even do that. I have nowhere to put them.
20 minutes later.
All right, it's been 20 minutes. I think the shipper's here. I think I can see it right there, and it's starting to rain, and the Humvee's gonna get wet. Another thing that happened, I was charged for 3 cars, even though he's hauling 2, because he said the Hummer is oversized and could only fit 2 on the trailer. So he charged me for 3 cars, even though he's only bringing 2, and I'm seeing 3 cars on that trailer right there. I'm probably being moody, but this is frustrating for me. It's not this guy's fault. It's the broker that I used told me that this is too big for a trailer, for a 3-car trailer. So he's gonna charge me for 3 cars, even though only 2 can fit on it. And clearly 1, 2, 3 cars can fit on this trailer. So already I've been lied to and kind of tricked, which is really, really frustrating. Cars look good. They made it here on time, so the transporter did a great job, aside from like showing up 4 hours late to pick them up and 2 hours late to drop them off. But that's the nature of the business. I always expect them to be late, like road hazards, traffic. You can never predict that. That is what it is. But the broker, first broker, completely lied to me. Gave me a price that was so good I couldn't refuse it. I booked it 2 weeks in advance, and then they were no-shows. Never came. So now the cars needed to get here. They never showed up, so we paid an emergency fee to get these 2 here, and that's also why it was more expensive. So hopefully he can get it off in time before those gates close. Weird to say time isn't a crunch, or time is of the essence, or we're in a time crunch. That's what I meant to say. It's like that. The Hummer is off. The gate is still open. Let's see if we can just pull this car in. Thank you very much. Oh, I have so much stuff to get out of this thing, I forgot. Look at this for timing. The guys are literally locking the gate as I'm pulling up to them. Had I not had to remove anything, I would have made it up. I don't even know where to put this thing overnight. The guy hooked me up, he's opening the gate for me right now. Unbelievable. Just because they're nice. They're already working 37 minutes later than they had to. That's amazing. So cool. And here's what's running through. This is my favorite time of year. I live off this stress. Even though it is stressful and you just saw me upset, I love this place. I'm really looking forward to it. Looks like I'm not the only Humvee. There's one over here too. Let's check it out.
I have the twin car.
You can't have 2 of these. How many buyers are there for this thing?
I know, right?
Oh, geez. We have 2 people competing on 1 car. Or 1 person competing on 2 cars. Something I was afraid of is the Skyline's so low and he backed it on. That front end is absolutely going to scrape right here. He needs boards. He used my boards at my shop in New Hampshire. It doesn't have an extra set of boards here. What I just completely forgot, this piece that you just watched me pull out of my Humvee is the extension for my trailer that I got from Durable Trailers. They reinforced and gave me a new extension, a running board, which is exactly what we need. So I had this in my truck the whole time. So if he backs up, keep going, I should be able to go here, drop that down. Yeah, let's see. Go ahead. I feel like maybe the ramps need to go underneath it. That did it. Beautiful. I had that with me. Unbelievable coincidence. Thank you, Durable Trailers. You saved the night, or my bumper at least. Sorry, could you repeat just one more time? How much did my broker charge you?
2,000.
2,000. Okay, thank you very much again.
No problem.
All right, bye-bye. So it just confirmed that my broker charged me 3,000 and was only charged 2,000 to have it transported. And he told me he was charging 150 a car. So he told me it was, I'm just completely getting played left and right, over and over and over. But you're getting to see how it all works behind the scenes. GTST, so 6-cylinder turbo. My driver, is one of his favorite cars. We're gonna go for a run in the R33. So here's the Skyline parked for the night under some lights, unsecured, because that's secured, this is unsecured, but there are transporters all over. Car's locked, battery's disconnected. I'll be back at 7:30 in the morning to get it washed. We'll take it to the car wash and then bring it in to get it checked in. And then I'm gonna take you to another auction. So what I did realize is that the broker, which I thought was funny, charged me $3,000 on my credit card by accident. So what he did was told me he's gonna run a $1,000 deposit and then we could pay the shipper with the rest of it when he arrives. They gave him my credit card information, and then he called me back and said, oh, my accounting department ran your credit card for the full amount. Do you mind if we just keep the $3,000 on the credit card? So in my head, I'm like, you know what? Points on my credit card, yeah, no problem. I'd rather $3,000 on my credit card than have to write a check for it. I'll get the points. So yeah, that's fine. But there's a reason he did it. I was scammed, tricked. I should explain something about transportation, but first let's look at how good this car looks under the lights at night. Oh my God, I love this car, but I never ever use it. Okay, so call a broker. A broker goes on Central Dispatch, which is a membership that they have, and they put out for bid 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 cars transported from New Hampshire to Florida, and they basically get a price. So they'll say $2,000, 2 cars, New Hampshire to Kissimmee. The driver's company will say, hey, I'm in New Hampshire, I'm going to Florida, I have 2 cars worth of space, I'll pick it up for the $2,000. They hire the broker charges me, or I pay the broker pays the driver, I meet the driver when the driver picks the car up. That's typically how it works. Now me, I could get a Central Dispatch membership. It's like $2.99 a month or $3.99 a month, and then I could be the one doing the brokering, but I don't transport enough cars that it's worth the $300 or $400 a month. In this situation, transporting 5 cars would have been worth myself to get the membership. So lesson learned, should have bought the Central Dispatch membership and brokered everything myself. It would save me, if I'm paying $1,000 extra on one load and then $1,000 on another load, it would save me $2,000 minus the membership fee. So that's what I should have done. Lesson learned, and that's why I make these videos for you guys, so you can learn from all of my mistakes. Love this car. I would love seeing it go even more. Now it's purple, now it's blue and green and browns. Oh my goodness. I need a tuner car. Let it go, Craig. All right, tomorrow will be the next clip.
The next morning.
Hey, good morning. It's the next morning. I couldn't sleep last night because I was so bummed about getting burned over the transportation. I still have 3 more cars in New Hampshire that I have to get to Florida in 6 days. I'm so stressed out about it. And honestly, I will give the opposite of a shout out, because Best Way Auto Transport I would never recommend these guys. They call me every week, twice a week. Hello, Mr. Craig. We can offer best prices, transportation guaranteed with insurance. They call me twice a week trying to sell me. And I gave them the opportunity a month in advance, and they completely not only dropped the ball on 2 different transports, they don't even respond to me. And like, hey man, anything, they don't text, calls, nothing. They'll call me twice a week, but when I need them, did not call. So Peter and Michael from Best Way Auto Transport, 0 stars. If you give people 0 stars, you get 0 stars. And then JR from like Smooth Auto Transport out of Fort Lauderdale, that's the guy that scammed me for $1,000. Told me he charged me $3,000 because the thing's oversized and couldn't fit a 3rd car on the trailer. Meanwhile, he sold me on that and then sold the 3rd spot to someone else. So, just part of the world I live in. JR Smooth Transportation in Fort Lauderdale and Best Way Auto Transport. 0 stars to both you guys. I will, however, give a positive shout out to the guards at Mecum, the security guards at the gate shack that stayed like an extra 45 minutes last night. They were supposed to close at 6:30. They stayed open for so many extra transporters that were showing. You can't predict traffic. And my cars would have sat outside all night last night with no key. If my Hummer would have sat outside all night last night with no key, had those guys not been cool enough to just keep the gate open or reopen the gate for me. So shout out to Mecum and their security staff. Those guys were awesome. It's the next morning, and this place blows my mind with the amount of cars that they have here. Just everything you could ever think and imagine is here. It's I already said it, it blows my mind. It's wild. It's just we have a Ferrari California, we have a Corvette convertible, we have a Land Rover, a 69 Camaro convertible, a Shelby GT500 from Gone in 60 Seconds. It just keeps going. It's amazing that there are cars like this in the world out there, and here they're all together in one place. Wild. So this car actually didn't get as dirty as I thought it was going to on the road, but it's still a little dirty. So we're gonna take it to the car wash, we're gonna get some fuel for it, and maybe take it for its last drive. Do I remove the decals though? Oh, I hope this is the last time I ever drive this car on my own. And here's the reason. I had a 92 300ZX, Fairlady Z, JDM, Japanese right-hand drive with T-tops. It was a 5-speed. Honestly, it was more fun than this because it was a 5-speed. It was like, cost me like $8,000. I don't want a $30,000 JDM car. At 8 grand, I loved my Fair Lady. At 30,000 plus, I don't love this car. It doesn't make me happy, so let's let it go. But it is cool, and it turns a lot of heads, and it is the right color. While I'm in the Skyline, I figured I'd make one last video about it and show you some cool features about this car. Now you'll notice everything is in English, which is weird because this car was not just manufactured in Japan, it was sold in Japan, but it still says off, auto, mode, reset. So it's weird that SRS airbags, even though this car was manufactured and purchased in Japan, everything, even reverse, R for reverse, is in English. Everything is backwards. So your directionals are right here, your right and left directional, and your wipers are on the left side. Obviously, in an American car, everything is on the opposite side, or the correct side for us. This is opposite. Our mirrors are on this side, and we have our power windows on this side as well. Manual shifting this vehicle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like US. So everything is the same, it's just on the opposite side of the vehicle. Now when driving a right-hand drive car, I'm gonna focus more on the right side of the road than the left side of the road, which is normally what we would do in the US. So I look at that white line over here and I try to stay close to that. Otherwise you tend to veer off into the left lane, which would potentially cross into the wrong side of the road, depending on what road you're driving on. I'm gonna miss the sound of that turbo. So if you've been following my videos for a long time, you know that I left flying wheels in New Hampshire. It was honestly getting to be too much for me. It was getting to be really frustrating, really irritating, really stressful. And I honestly kind of just wanted to go off on my own and back to basics, which I've made plenty of videos about. With that in mind, I flew home for Christmas and I pulled this Skyline out of storage and I parked it in the garage and left it for the guys to clean it and to go through it and then have it shipped down here. So, number one, it didn't get shipped down here, and that's at no fault of ours. But here I am, although I'm in Florida, it's really cold right now, and I am filling up all 4 tires because one was at 12, one was at 14, one was at 22. So, like, these are jobs in a garage that a mechanic should be saying, hey, the car's going to Florida for sale, let me check the fluids, let me check the tire pressure. First thing you should ever do when selling a car. And here it is, 7:30 in the morning, I'm the one filling the tire pressure. The other thing is, like, maybe let's clean the car. Granted, it was on a trailer, but look at these wheels. That's not from the road coming up here. Those wheels were like that. So this car wasn't even prepped or cleaned, which is just so frustrating because now here I am doing a job that somebody else should be doing so I can do my job. Why even have people working for you? That's what my life has been the past few years. I'm like, why? I'm doing it anyway. Why am I paying people to do it? I promise you this whole video isn't gonna be me complaining and whining and being crying wheels, I promise you. But there are irritations in owning your business, owning a business where you have expectations of people and it's not done. And then you end up doing the job anyway. So why pay for things? Rant over. Let's just clean these wheels. That's how dirty the wheels were. And then going to the inside of the car, it's not really clean. It's not vacuumed out. So I'm gonna do all this myself. But I mean, I literally pay people, and we've had a few slow months, so I've paid people out of pocket, meaning I have worked from Florida, making YouTube videos, selling cars, going to auctions, to pay them in New Hampshire while they're not making money. It is getting a little frustrating because I've been gone for 7 months, and I was hoping by now we'd be profitable, even though it is a slow season. So it is the slow season, so we expect it. So we're prepping for tax time. Full car lot of clean cars, hoping to make money January, February, March. See if I can line my right-hand drive car up though. This is weird to me. Oh, first try. I'm in a better mood, I promise you. The rest of the video I'll be positive. Stop, neutral, go wash my car. Good opportunity to see if this sunroof leaks. I think I fixed it. I love Florida car washes. Air, tire shine, wheel cleaner, vacuums, everything. You don't get this stuff in New Hampshire. I've said that in 1,000 videos, I love it. I think we're good, no leaks. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it is cold in Florida. I promise you after this, won't be any more complaining. Car is cleaned, car is detailed. I'm off to the auction, it has some gas in it. I will say, I just had to vacuum the entire car, I had to wash the entire car, and I had to scrub the wheels and fill the tire pressure on the entire car. I have a staff of 3 that I pay to do these things. I'm here doing them, all right, so That's the last time I'll say that. That's it. I got it out. I will say this car gets a lot of attention. Everywhere I go, people are looking at it. And two younger guys just pulled up next to me, rolled down their window at the stoplight to talk about how nice it was and how much they like it. Wow. You know what's cool about this auction is there's everything from conversion vans to old like Model A's, Model T's, to 50s and 60s, down to even like you can buy $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 cars that are pretty cool here. There's an FJ Cruiser, there's an SLP Camaro and a Mustang, there's a Ferrari next to it, and then a Mercedes AMG S55. There is everything here. And it doesn't matter what car you're into, if you're into cars, there is something here that you'll like. I love that. I love that about this place. So I'm here looking at the car. The car wash didn't do a great job. The roof, the trunk, the deck lid, everything is still pretty dirty. Quick shout out, unsponsored. Like this, they didn't pay me to talk about this stuff. Bling Sauce Platinum Speed Sauce. I have wheel cleaner, I have tire shine. This is their anti-static quick detail. I'm just gonna spray it on and wipe this car down. This is what it looks like before. And let's just give it one more quick detail. Now we'll hit the tires. And this one is tire sauce, natural looking tire shine. Paint looks amazing. Car looks amazing. Ready to be checked in, ready to be sold with my fingers crossed because I have good spirits and positive attitude about it. And then I'll never see it again. Oh, a Celica. Love that Silverado Blazer. Continental. Bronco. I'm really feeling a Bronco. Really feeling a Bronco. Whoa, I wish my dad was here. This is his favorite car. 55 high output Trans Am. And then again, my Skyline is looking good. They're already at it, putting plates on the front, putting plates on the back, setting it all up to look good. Staged. We have purple, we have green, we have white, we have red, we have tons of colors, and some really cool stuff. There's a Bronco I want to go check out up here. A lot of cool bikes too. Check that out right there. Horseless carriage. Wow. Hey, how are you? Thank you very much.
Good to see you, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I like it. I make these videos to tell you about my mistakes, right? I learn from my mistakes so you can learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes that I made that could cost you tons of money. I brought a Humvee, military Humvee. Looks like this, kind of. There's a big difference. A year ago, I sold a Hummer H1. I paid 40, I sold it for 50. Quickly. Bought it at one auction, sold it at another auction. So I'm like, hey, this is easy, I'm gonna do it again. I bought a Humvee, not a Hummer. So I bought a military Humvee that somebody rhino lined the entire thing and put big wheels on. Big difference from the Hummer H1. This is actually kind of like a luxury vehicle. So if you look at these, you have real amenities. You have, first of all, a key with an ignition. You have gauges, you have radio, you have air and power windows and automatic transmission. It's nice. This is a really, really nice truck. The door's shut. I bought a Humvee. Big difference in value. So I got stuck with the Humvee that I'm trying to sell here today because I was thinking it was worth the same as a Hummer. Not. So now you know. If you didn't, now you do. Ooh, an 850 Ci, Bentley Flying Spurs, E28 Camaro, Toyota Land Cruiser. This, oh my God. If you watched my Ferrari California video, this car was at the auction that I was at. I made an Instagram reel about this car. And it's now at the Mecum auction. I'm curious to see what it sells for here. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of great sounding cars. Shelby AC, Shelby Cobra down there. And you gotta love a good old-fashioned Celica. Firebird, Trans Am. Listen to this thing. 1965 Cobra, 500 miles. Wow. So today is prep day. It's cold, and I have a cold. So today is prep day. I have to bring my vehicles here, prep my vehicles. I have to, wow. There's gonna be so many wows in these videos. I have to prep my vehicles. I also have to register the vehicles. So I got numbers for them months ago. I wanna make sure the descriptions are accurate. I wanna turn in the titles, make sure the reserves are correct. 70 GTO, Twister Special Mach 1. Cool. And then just find out where my cars are gonna be. That way when I come back on Thursday, I'm not running around trying to figure out where everything is. It's day one of the auction. I think it's just now starting. So we'll see some cars run through as well. I think today is probably, ooh, I see Marty McFly's 4Runner. and a DeLorean. So we're gonna see some cool stuff today as well. Now, along with this auction, today you'll get like GoPro vlog style. I hired a camera crew for 2 different days, so both days that I'm selling my cars, you're gonna get like professional quality mic, audio, better camera quality. I'm curious to see which one you'd like more, the vlog style where I'm talking directly to you, or like TV show style. Wow. Wow. $100 on a pedal car. So right now they're selling toys and collectibles. Let's walk through here, see what's through here. We're gonna check out some stuff and register our cars. All right, main gallery. So this is the one right across from where the auction block is. So you get to see, it seems more like 60s muscle cars. That is one of my dream cars. The Entourage Lincoln Continental with suicide doors. 430 cubic inch suicide doors, meaning reverse. Oh my goodness, it opens and wow. They usually give an estimate of what you should expect this to sell for, and it says around $300,000 to $350,000. We have a 1969 Ford Mustang. I love, this is my favorite generation of Mustang with a shaker hood scoop. That actually is the intake on the engine block, connected to the engine, not the hood. So it shakes with the engine, which is kind of neat. You have your side scoops on the side, which came with 69, not in 70, not in 68 either. Estimated $60,000 to $80,000, a GT500. We have a K-Car GT350, Celine GT500, Corvettes, more Mustangs, more Mustangs, more Mustangs. Wow, that is a cool Boss 302. Another Shelby GT500 KR, KR meaning King of the Road. What on earth is that thing? Whoa, wow, oh my goodness, there's another wow. There's another oh my goodness too. You're gonna hear so much of this. 1991 Dodge D200 Custom 6-wheeler. Wow. Amazing. It makes me feel so inferior that somebody can build. First of all, envision that and then be able to build something like that. I would never imagine such a thing. And then here we go, 67 Jaguar, the Jaguar from Austin Powers. Over here we have a 70 Chevelle SS with a 454 cowl induction hood. Cowl induction hood meaning that is vacuum opened right there. That is your cowl induction hood with a factory 4-speed. Really, so cool to see stuff like this in real life. These are magazine cars and we're getting to see them in real life. Tons of C8 Corvettes. I've had that. There's the Z06 right there in a convertible. Corvette Z06 convertible. NR meaning no reserve. So this is going to sell to the highest bidder. And it looks brand new right off the factory line. $140,000 window sticker. And we have a Sherpa. Fat Track. Selling no reserve. Expected around 150 to 200. These things float. They go over everything. They go over on top of everything, and they even go on water and float. It's wild. We have some Lamborghinis. We have more Lamborghinis. A lot of Ford GTs. Roadrunner, Ferrari F40. That should get well over $1 million right there. Let's see what they expect to get for this. 3.2 million to 3.5. I was way off. Shows how well I know my cars. And then we have the Daytona Spider from Miami Vice, a Ferrari 430 Spider, which is just a step above my 360. This is a 2008. They didn't put a number on it, but it should be around 100,000 to 125,000, unless it's a gated manual, which is so rare. Yeah, automatic transmission, super clean car. We have a Roadrunner with a pistol grip shifter. What's really cool about this is the air grabber air intake. So look at how it just pops up, and then you can see into the air filter right there and just grabs all the air. 1971 Plymouth Hemi Roadrunner, one of 28 with a 4-speed super track pack. Expected estimate $200,000 to $250,000. Titles are turned in. Just did the Star Spangled Banner, salute the flag, and the auction has officially begun. Now, something that I, again, know I repeat myself and I apologize, but I learn and want to share it with you guys. None of the mileage was listed in my descriptions. This is a mistake I learned last year. They did it again this year, so they don't always write the mileage. One of my Mercedes has 39,000 miles. One of my Mercedes running through has 101,000 miles. That is a vast difference in pricing, in value, in bidding. What people are going to bid on a 39,000 mile car is very different from what they'll bid on a 101,000 mile car. So I was able to change those. And then on my Skyline as well said no mileage. It is 69,000 kilometers. So they wrote in odometer reads 69,000 XX whatever kilometers it is. That's a big difference in value. So something to think of when you're selling here is to make sure the mileage is announced. ZR1 Corvette, Z06 Corvette, all NR. NR meaning no reserve. These are going to the highest bidders. Love this color combination on this Corvette. I don't actually even like the graphite that much, but I love the blue accent that matches the blue interior on this C7. Also selling no reserve. Highest bidder gets these cars. That is such a huge gamble risk. ZL1 Camaro supercharged. I have a video coming out on square body Chevys because the values are so high on square bodies. I went to the Dallas auction and those videos haven't even aired yet. They've just been sitting in queue because I have so many videos. Magnum SRT 8, that's really clean. And then this is pretty cool. See, a 1970 checker cab. Wow. Wow, so spacious. Was that a thing? Those seats back there? And look at the, this is so cool to see. I've never seen a real checker cab before. Wow. Is this Barricade from Transformers 1? I think it is. To punish and enslave. This is Barricade from the Transformers movie. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. No, the police car.
I got my Skyline here successfully. I got my Humvee here successfully. I have no news on either of my Mercedes. I'm getting shipping quotes of over $3,000 now. I told you at the beginning of this video, it is going to be jam-packed with emotions. Highs, lows, goods, bads. You really get to see behind the scenes of what it's like, not to just be me. In a world where I want to live, I want to buy and sell cars. I enjoy it. You get to see what it's really like. It's stressful. People are constantly trying to take advantage of you, the shippers and etc. It's rough. It's a headache. Like, I'm amazed I haven't had my first heart attack and my only gray is in my beard. Well, you get to see it all, and that's what I love doing. I'm not alone because I'm sharing it with you guys. Hopefully you learn from my experience. If you do, if it was educational, informative, entertaining, just a thumbs up. A simple thumbs up is appreciated because it goes a long way for me. I really appreciate it. Said that twice. And subscribe if you like more car content. See how much we lose on them. Thanks for watching. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Adios.
12, $1,500, $1,700, $2,000, you better get two. At $2,200 bid, $2,500 here, you better get free. At $2,300 bid, you better get three bid, you better get two, you better get free, four. At $2,400
I'm done there. I'm done there.
$1,000, somebody get 21. 20's the bid. 21.
I kind of want that Honda Grom right there.
7,500 out, 8 pounds without a bid, 8 pounds without a bid. Good 8 pounds without a bid. 7,500.
I have to be 8? Oh, yeah.
7,500 bid, 100 without a bid.
10, 250? You gotta be 5? Yeah, I'll go check.
11 pounds without a bid, 11 pounds without a bid, $1,000.
Thank you very much. I'd have to get out of here before I spend money I don't have. I came here to sell, not to buy. Like, I already want. I want a CJ as well. I have an update on prices. You gotta keep in mind the buyer's fees, because that is where you lose it.